Hi folks, Vipin here with another general awareness video, and with this video we'll be talking about whether retail in India can survive only if the companies happen to be cash rich. Now, what do I mean when I say a company has to be cash rich? Now, if you are a student of accounting, you would notice on the asset side of the balance sheet you have something called as cash. Now, cash is money which you could say is in your pocket, or since we are referring to companies here, it's money in their account. Now, when you refer to retail in this country, most of India's retail sector happens to be unorganized. The organized retail companies here would be, say, Big Bazaar or even Flipkart. For this video, we'll be discussing about Big Bazaar and Flipkart, and I'll tell you here why cash is so important if you happen to be in retail. My belief is that you cannot survive in retail without having a large amount of money in your bank. Idle cash should be just kept in your bank, and that's what you need in order to survive. Now, if I were to tell you what's the big deal, why is it that you need so much of cash, just look at the discounts that you have when it comes to Big Bazaar or even Flipkart. Now, if you were to buy a product on Flipkart, let's say the MRP on the product is around 500 rupees. But Flipkart is able to deliver this to you for just around 400 rupees. And when I say deliver, they will have the book or the product being delivered right to your doorstep. And they don't charge you anything for that. Now, in this case, how is the company going to absorb the loss of 100 rupees that they just made? I'm sure even though they are buying these products in bulk, they don't have such a big margin wherein they can give continuous discounts to people. I even remember this case wherein when I bought the Batman graphic novels on Landmark, they were giving it at 60% off. Now, even if you are buying these products in bulk, I'm sure you don't have such a big margin where you can afford to give a discount of even 60%. So, what do these companies end up doing? Now, if I have given a product at 400 rupees, when the actual price of that is 500, you as a customer are going to be extremely happy. But a company like Flipkart, what are they going to do? Reduce 100 rupees from their cash account, you could say. Now, you can imagine this being done for almost every product that is being sold on the company's website. I recently bought a Sennheiser headset. The MRP on that in Bangalore, I checked in Channel 9, was around 2,500 rupees. The same Sennheiser headset was being sold in Flipkart for little over 2,000 rupees. So they're effectively giving me something around, say, 500 rupees discount. And what are they doing with that loss? They will not show that in their accounting reports. Instead, what are they going to do is they're going to reduce that from their cash. Showing a loss is different. Deducting your cash balance is different. Now, this is one of the reasons why Big Bazaar couldn't survive. They exhausted their cash reserves and they even got into debt. Kishore Biyani is the founder of the Big Bazaar group, Future Group. And in fact, he's been quoted saying, I have decided to sell all my stake in this company to different parties because I've been unable to bear the debt so far. I don't want the company to get into so much of debt that I'll end up shutting it down. So let me sell it off to someone else and have someone else manage this. Even an institution like Future Group burned through their cash very quickly and eventually had to get into debt. Now, that's the problem with retail. The same thing for Flipkart. As you can see there in the headline, it says around $160 million of extra funding Flipkart got in the year 2013. Now, apart from that, another 550 million has already been given. The company is getting funding through different phases because they're burning through their cash reserves pretty quickly. Now, it's not really bad management, you could say, that's causing this. Now, one of the reasons why the company does that is because they want to have customers keep coming back. That's one of the reasons why I shop on Flipkart more than any other place. In fact, that's the objective for giving big discounts. Now, When you go about doing this, there's even a threshold as to how long you could go about doing this. Exceed that limit, and the company will eventually get into debt. Now, what happens if you get into debt? It's not really a big deal, but the problem comes in only if you're unable to repay it. That's what happened with Big Bazaar, and Kishore Biani was clever enough to sell it to one half of his stake to Aditya Birla Group, and the remaining stake which he had to an unnamed French private equity fund. So that's what could happen in fact. So like I said, my opinion is that in India, if you want to survive in retail, better have a large amount of cash in your account, and with each discount you give, you better start reducing your balance there, and hopefully you'll be able to survive in the long run. I hope you guys understood this video. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.